You may now be seated. Good morning. We are gathered here today in celebration of the inauguration of the Farm Fresh Milk Plant. To formally begin with our program, may we call on Farm Fresh Milk Incorporated Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Sean Pu, to deliver his welcome remarks.
Hello. Okay. Morning everyone. Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. His Excellency President of the Philippines, Honorable Secretaries and members of the Cabinet, Malaysia Embassy Office, Governor Office, and delegates from the University of the Philippines, UPLB, partners, colleagues, and friends. Good morning and welcome. It is an honor and privilege to welcome all of you to join us today in a very special day for our Farm Fresh Milk Plant inaugurations. This is a historic day not only for our company but also for the Philippine dairy industry. These new facilities represent our commitment in building a healthier, stronger future for Filipino families. It is a symbol of innovations, investment, and also collaborations, bringing together the government, private sector, and the communities to ensure every child and every family have access to good quality, nutritious milk. Because in Farm Fresh, what we really believe in is every kid deserves a healthier, nutritious options for dairy. Aside from our next steps in building our own dairy farm, we are also working closely with the National Dairy Authority to procure raw milk from the local farmer. You can see that from our raw milk tanker sitting in front of the factory. So that is, we will work with the partnership program closely with the local dairy farmer. So it will not just be like a one-off buying transactions. We are looking forward to partner closely with them to form a program to buy milk from them at a consistent volume every month at the fair market rate. At the same time, we are providing them the technical assistance, leveraging with our success story in tropical dairy farming in Malaysia. So that is our commitment effort to improve the livelihood of the local dairy farmer. Together, we strongly believe we have a bright future ahead for the local dairy industry. Our presence here today in the Philippines would not have been possible without the meeting taken place with the President back in July 2023 in Kuala Lumpur. From that meeting, we strongly believe the visions and passion of His Excellency President in addressing the national food security challenge, and also that's the core reason why Farm Fresh is here in the Philippines today, with the core missions to nurture the younger generations here in the Philippines. Thank you, Mr. President. And very importantly, I also would like to thank to the strong support from the government office, particularly Department of Trade and Industry, the Office of the Special Assistant to the President for Investment and Economic Affairs, the Department of Agriculture, National Dairy Authority, and the local Pampanga Governor Office. Your partnership and support are the reason that gives us the confidence to continue investing in the growth of the Philippine dairy industry here. Thank you. And also, we would like to recognize with gratitude the close partnership between Philippines and Malaysia. The presence of Malaysia Ambassador Dato' Malik here with us today is a reminder of the strong friendship between two nations, and one that we are really proud to build on through a meaningful cooperations in agriculture and food. On behalf of Farm Fresh Milk, I extend my deepest appreciations to everyone who has made this day possible. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas.
Thank you, Chief Executive Officer of Farm Fresh Milk Incorporated, Mr. Sean Pu. And now, may we request the founder and group CEO of Farm Fresh Berhad, Mr. Loy Tuan E, to deliver his message.
Good morning, Your Excellency, Mr. President, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Farm Fresh, I would like to warmly welcome all of you to this very special occasion, the inauguration of our very first plant here in Philippines. Mr. President, I am deeply honored that you have taken your time for us today, and I can still very vividly remember back on 27 July 2003 when you're in Kuala Lumpur. During that meeting, I remember you told me, Loy, in Philippines, we are very good in poultry, we are very good in hog, for example, but we are no good in the dairy livestock. I think that conversation, with his invitation to say that, please come in Philippines to invest because this is what we needed to add on to our Philippine agriculture sectors. And there you are, I think with this vision of bringing in a dairy industry to actually produce milk, nourishing all the Philippines kids, and with that vision, here we are here today. So I thank you, Mr. President, that for these invitations that we are here today. And I'm also very, very greatly encouraged by the President Office. The office has continued to follow us and the progress of what we are doing. And I think our ambassador, Dato' Malik, has played a very pivotal role as well to continuously, communicating between the both countries, of what we are doing. Yeah. Now today, to mark this milestone, we have this plant today up and running. We are one step closer, right, to realizing our dream to bring fresh milk production at an affordable price to all the Filipinos families. Yeah. So this wouldn't have been possible. Like I will just echo what Sean have said earlier on. We have to, we get the help from the President Office, the DTI, Department of Trade of Industries, these departments of agriculture, NDA, etc. So we are very, very encouraged because we are very well received by all the government agencies to help to facilitate this development. To mark this milestone, I think so far, we have invested approximately around 300,000 peso for this small little plant for our phase 1. So the phase 2, which we're looking forward to establish as soon as possible once we are able to, to secure the land. And the phase 2, we are looking at additional 1.7 billion pesos to hopefully that we can have a dairy farm of similar size in Malaysia that we are able to raise about 3,000 to 5,000 dairy cows that produce about 10 million liters a year for the Philippines market at a very, very competitive, affordable price for the Filipinos family. Now, with regards to once we go to that phase, I think the phase 3, looking at the logistics, because Philippines is a very big archipelago, right? We would like to see the further investment into the regional expansions to the Vismin area in our phase 2. And probably with that, we'll probably have to add another 3 billion pesos investment that bring all this, over the next 3 to 5 years, investment of 5 billion peso in the dairy industry. We are very, very passionate about this project. Not so much just to come here to open a milk processing plant, But we want to go beyond that. I think our heart is with the dairy farming, how we can, over the years, develop a whole sustainable dairy ecosystem that we are able to benefit the Filipinos, families at large, and bringing in all this nutritious food to milk to all the Philippines kids, right? So this is what we wanted to do, that we are able to assist the farmers. We build the whole ecosystem, and then as well as, how can we impact the communities around us. Up to now, I think we have about 100 employees now in Philippines for the last setup, the present setup. So with those additional investment, we are thinking that we could easily generate another 300 to 500 employees, and some of them are high value job in the sense that you have the veterinarians, animal husbandry technicians, as well as all the processing plant engineers and etc. So we are really, really excited about that the thing. Yeah. Now, in terms of land opportunities, over the years we have visited a few sites. For example, the UPLB Paite site was a very, very suitable site, and we truly hope that we are given an opportunity to lease some of those land, that we are able to do this scaling of the dairy production. Along the way, that can use that facilities to train the students, the interns, as well as the farmers training. So it will be a very good public-private collaboration, and we truly look forward for that opportunities here. And with that, I think today I also would like to announce that for Farm Fresh, we are currently on the way to deliver 5,000 packs of milk for the Cebu earthquake-affected children. And then we will also contribute another 5,000 packs to all these, our lovely Pampanga boys and girls. You can see the lovely kids down there. We will contribute another 5,000 packs to them. With that, Mr. President, I look forward for your continued support, and we hope that this, journey that you continue to facilitate, and then we will see a fruition of our investment in Philippines. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. President. Yeah.
Founder and Group CEO of Farm Fresh Berhad, Mr. Loy Tuan E. Thank you, Mr. Loy. At this point, may we call on to introduce the President, Special Assistant to the President for Investment and Economic Affairs, Secretary Frederick V. Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Thank you, Secretary Dekgo, for your introduction. The Malaysian Ambassador to the Philippines, His Excellency Dato Abdul Malik Melvin Castellino, who has been working very, very hard on this and other projects that we are hoping to do with Malaysia. Trade and Industry Secretary Chris Roque, Pampanga Governor Lilia Nanay Pineda. I also saw the Vice Governor Delta Pineda, the honorable members of the House of Representatives. We have Congressman Janet Garin, and our latest newly elected Congresswoman, the Congressman Florabel. Siyang nagpapakain sa buong House of Representatives ngayon. Kaya nagtatabaan yung mga congressman natin. The Farm Fresh Milk Berhad founder and group CEO, Loy Tuan E. The Farm Fresh Milk Incorporated Philippines CEO, Sean Pu. Officials and employees of Farm Fresh Milk Incorporated, my fellow workers in government, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Hindi man laging napapansin, ngunit napakahalaga ng gatas sa ating kalusugan at sa ating ekonomiya. It may not be noticed, I will translate for the benefit of our Malaysian friends. It sometimes is not regarded as part of our diet in Asia. But nonetheless, it is still, milk still forms a very, very important part of the nutrition and the health of our people. Simula po noong tayo'y sanggol, ito na ang unang pinagmulan ng ating lakas at sigla. Since we were babies, this is where we get our energy. This is where we get our strength. Ang paglaki at pagdevelop ng ating kabataan ay nakasalalay sa tamang nutrisyon, kabilang na ito ang galing sa gatas. Ang industriya ng pagkain at manufacturing ay nangangailangan din ng gatas para sa produksyon ng mga tinapay, panghimagas at iba pang mga delicacies. Kaya naman, inimbitahan natin ngayon ang 15 estudyante mula sa San Pablo Elementary School para malaman nila kung paano nga ba ginagawa ang masustansyang inuming ito. We have invited some young students from a school nearby to explain to them that this is going to be now part of their diet, and also as a focus group. And I can tell you, I was talking to them when they were drinking the milk. They approve of your product. Well done. Ngunit hindi natin maikaila na marami pa rin pagsubok ang hinaharap ng dairy industry dito sa bansa. Isa na rito ang patuloy ng pag-asa natin sa pag-aangkat ng dairy products mula sa ibang bansa. Dagdag pa rito ang epekto ng pagbabago-bagong klima at nagpapababa ng ating produksyon ng gatas. Nangangailangan tayo ng mga bagong pasilidad upang maayos na makolekta ang mga proseso ng dairy product. Sa pagpapasinaya natin ng Farm Fresh Milk Incorporated Plant, layo nating tiyakin ang karagdagang lokal na produksyon at supply ng gatas sa bansa. With Farm Fresh here, we are looking forward to a much larger supply of fresh milk for our people. But of course, I was very excited when we hear that there is a phase 2 in which that we will bring some cows from, I suppose, from Malaysia, from Australia, and bring them here, and so that they can produce milk here in the Philippines. This is very important because this is going to be an import substitute. Most of our milk products at present come from importation. Sa tulong ng plantang ito, makakapag-produce na ng 32 milyong litro ng pasteurized milk, 32 million liters of pasteurized milk, and more than 2.4 million liters of yogurt every year. Magbibigay din nito ng mga oportunidad na magkaroon ng kabuhayan ng mga magsasaka at mga farm workers natin dito sa komunidad. Bukod sa mas epektibong produksyon, magbibigay rin ito ng mas magandang kinabukasan para sa ating kababayan. None of this would have been possible without the consistent support of Farm Fresh in our collective aspiration to boost our local products of dairy, to boost our local production of dairy products. Through your efforts, more Filipino farmers, veterinarians can now have a more stable and dignified job. So I hope you will continue to improve and expand your operations, bringing greater opportunities to our communities. I think the idea that we share the same idea, that perhaps phase 2 can be regarded and can be approached, can be packaged as a PPP project, and we will have an unsolicited proposal, and from that we can move. It's much faster. That's our advice. Make it an unsold proposal. It will be much, much faster. Both secretaries of the Department of Trade and Industry and Secretary Decgo for Trade and Investment will also be with you and helping you go through that process. We have spent a lot of time in the last couple of years trying to streamline that process. And so you will be the beneficiary of the changes that we have made to the process, especially of approving unsolicited proposals for PPP. Bilang suporta naman ng pamahalaan sa industriya, ipinapatupad natin ang Dairy Industry Development Program alinsunod sa Republic Act number 7884. Sa ilalim ng programang ito, nagpapahiram tayo ng puhunan sa ating mga magsasaka, nagbibigay tayo ng dairy animal, at nagsasagawa ng training mula sa dairy management at dairy husbandry hanggang sa breeding. Makakaasa kayo na naririto ang pamahalaan upang magpapatupad ng mga programang nagpapabilis sa ating pagproseso ng dairy products. Kasalukuyan na natin pinag-aaralan ang mga paraan kung paano magpapataas ang local production ng gatas at kung paano madadagdagan pa ang investment sa dairy industry. Patuloy din tayo makikipagtulungan sa pribadong sektor upang makapag-abot ng suporta sa ating mga magsasaka at sa ating mga manggagawa. Mga kababayan, ang tagumpay ng bawat sektor ay nakasalalay sa ating pagkakaisa, sa inyong sipag, sa inyong dedikasyon, at sa aming suporta bilang inyong pamahalaan. Sama-sama nating itatag ang bagong Pilipinas kung saan ang bawat Pilipino ay nabibigyan ng pantay-pantay ng pagkakataon. Kaya nilang tugunan ang kanilang pangangailangan at kayang tumulong upang umasenso ang ating minamahal na Pilipinas. Maraming salamat. Mabuhay kayong lahat. Mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas.
Thank you, Mr. President. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our program. Thank you, Mr. President, for gracing the inauguration of the Farm Fresh Milk Plant. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.